Let's see. Loud. So I got a spoon. Gizmo, go get me a spoon. Go get me a spoon, because you ain't doing nothing else but licking your feet. Something that you should not be doing. Stop licking your feet and go get me a spoon. Okay? Go get me a spoon. Gizmo, did you hear me? Huh? Go get me a spoon. What y'all doing? Who here? Hey, Yardy. Get it together, yeah. We was watching football. The Raiders just won. We out here. The Raiders about to be booming. The Raiders did not come to play. They doing that Hard Knocks show on HBO. The Raiders about to win this year. We about to go back to like the Raiders of the 80s when the Raiders was like ruthless and stuff. That's what they need to do. They need to train them to be like the Raiders in the 80s. The Raiders in the 80s was rough. They was ruthless. Okay? So the Raiders about to be out here. Seriously. So the only thing I had left in my fruit basket today was 2 lemons. And I made some lemon ginger aid. You know, like lemonade, but I threw some fresh ginger in there. So I just cut the lemon, cut the peel off the lemon, cut the lemon up, took all the seeds out, put that in the big one, not this one, in the big one. Took a piece of ginger, probably about that big, cut the skin off, chopped it up, put it in here, filled the thing up with water with some sugar, and yeah, it is about that life. It is so good. Plus, lemon is really good for you. Lemon has just a plethora of vitamins, and ginger is so good for you. Ginger is a fat fighter because ginger is one of those herbs. It's not a herb; it's a root that it packs a punch. Ginger gets hot. It is spicy, and any spicy pepper, root, or whatever helps to reduce fat. Plus, ginger is good if you have an upset stomach or anything. Cut a piece of ginger and eat it whole. Drink ginger tea, whatever. Yes, it's sweet and spicy. It's good though, because I use probably a little bit more ginger than what I should have, but it's all good. It is all good in the hood. So after I got off here, I went to make my salad, and my salad was supposed to expire today. Okay, but it was already expired. My salad then went on to glory. So I didn't have a salad. I just told my husband to bring me something when he come home. So I ate this little lean cuisine type situation thing that I really didn't like. It was what was it? Uh it was something like fettuccine, like chicken alfredo with broccoli. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't what I wanted. Like, I really wanted another burger, but I didn't do it because I still got 3 pounds to lose, and I will be back to my regular weight because I gained 10 pounds on gabapentin. 10 whole pounds, 10 solid pounds on gabapentin, and I have 3 more pounds, and I'll be back down to my regular weight because I stopped taking the gabapentin. And I wanted to talk about anxiety and depression. Funky Dineva posted a video today talking about his brother who has schizophrenic, and you know who is a schizophrenic, and you know, if you know black people, you know that we don't like to talk about mental illness. We don't. We all got people in our family that have something, but we just, oh, well, that's just Pookie crazy, and we gonna ignore him instead of trying to get Pookie some help. I have always been an advocate for going to the doctor and taking your medication if you want to. But I'm going to be completely transparent and honest. I have been having some issues with anxiety. I've always had issues with anxiety. And it's just the weirdest things that make me nervous. Um, like I told you about the incident with the McDonald's, and thinking that it was going to make me sick, just like really triggered my anxiety. Now, I do have medication that I have been prescribed for my anxiety, but I don't like the way it makes me feel, so I refuse to take it. And instead of going back to the doctor or cutting the pill in half to see if that will help, I'm just like, I ain't taking that mess. Because, you do have these feelings like, okay, well, I won't put myself in a position, where my anxiety will flare up. But just like yesterday, I didn't put myself in that position. That flared up over food. And we have to eat. Like, my anxiety will flare up at the weirdest times. I was in the bathroom at the movies not too long ago. And in the bathroom, a lot of the bathrooms now don't have paper towels. They have those, machines that you push, and you dry your hands under the machine. And those machines make a certain noise. And the bathroom was extremely crowded because the movie had just let out. So I was in the stall using the bathroom, and it's just, then it would get quiet. Then it would get quiet. And I'm in the stall sweating and praying that it will stop. Just had a serious freak out right there in that bathroom. And that has happened to me before. Um, Sometimes I am very triggered by noises that don't bother other people, but they bother me. And I will get, you know, overwhelmed. Like, this has happened to me before in Walmart. Um, it was just so many people there, so much going on, and it seemed like the music in Walmart was getting louder and louder and louder. I had to just find an aisle that didn't have any people on it and try to center myself. Now, I have coping mechanisms in place because I know that these things will happen to me. I keep crystals with me. I keep like a bottle of water normally when because for some reason, if I take a drink or something, sometimes I will feel better. I usually keep a bottle of water or some lavender or something that will kind of snap me out of freaking out about what's going on around me. But we have a lot of people who, don't have coping mechanisms. Like I just looked at a video from a lady that I like. I really enjoy her YouTube, and I was wondering where she was because she has stopped making videos. She is a crochet teacher. She has taught me a lot. If you go back and look at some of my older videos, you will see where I made a whole poncho. Was it the poncho? No, it was a wrap, and it was from her tutorial. And I really enjoyed her. And she finally made a video today and said that she has not been here because she started a medication for depression and it just had her loopy. She was she said when she first started taking it, she wasn't sleeping at all. And then she got to the point where she was sleeping too much. And and that's one of the things when you take medication for anxiety and depression, you're going to have side effects. And sometimes the side effects are so bad for some people that they just won't take the medicine. Period. And that's not a good thing. Especially if you Gizmo, you're not gonna do nothing, dude. Especially if you don't have any coping mechanisms in place. If you are schizophrenic and you're not taking your medication, you are doing yourself a disservice. Because I don't care what coping mechanisms you have with schizophrenia, you cannot control that unless you are taking your medications and you're seeing a therapist. I have been dealing with anxiety basically all of my life. I have been to therapy 3 times, I think. And I've never, I'm not depressed, but anxiety can be just as worse as depression because you never know when it's going to hit you. You know what? You never know what is going to be a trigger for you. And I know what what my triggers are. I know a lot of the times my triggers are um too much noise, too many people. That's why I've never been to concerts because I can't be around a whole lot of people. I can do amusement parks because it's a lot of people, but it's a lot of people spread out and you're outside and that air helps me. But to be confined in a stadium full of people is too much for me. All those people, and then especially now with all of these mass shootings and everything, that took my anxiety up a notch and has me to the point where I don't want to, you know, be around a whole lot of people. Daniel said, "You always have pretty earrings." Thank you. Okay, Yardy. Did Yardy leave already? Because that was like 10 minutes ago, child. So, I say that to say this. If you're having problems, get treated. Go get treated. Don't sit around thinking that it's going to go away. I see that gnat, but I can't do nothing with it. Hold on a minute. Hold on, y'all. Y'all know why I put you down because I got on shorts and I don't want y'all to look at my butt. right back. Hold on. What is this thing doing? Maybe they ain't got no water in it. Oh, it don't. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming. Somebody go click on that live and be like, is she there? Yes. Hold on. What you doing, Gizmo? I'm coming. Okay. That should do it. Y'all ain't about to see my booty. That's not going to happen. We're not going to get in like that. Okay? So, Yardy got you blocked. How you know? How you know Yardy got you blocked? Why would Yardy have you blocked? I can't see her. I can't see her either. She gone. I think she gone, girl. I don't think she got you blocked. When she chats, you can't see her. Maybe that's an accident. Well, she only said something once, though. You can't see her at all, though. You can't see her at all. Oh, she a Kansas City fan. How you gonna be a Kansas fan? You gotta be a Raider fan. You can't see nothing she posts. Maybe it's an accident. We'll find out. Oh, when we say hi, you can't see her. I think it's an accident, Elsie. I really do. I don't think she would, cause I ain't never heard of her blocking nobody. I think it must be an accident. We gonna find out. It's a problem for me, cause I want to know. I sure do. So I'm asking tomorrow. So and it's interesting that so many people are talking about anxiety and depression. A lot of people. It's not just um, black people. It's a lot of people are talking about anxiety and depression. And I really felt for Funky Dineva, um, the way he was talking about his brother, because schizophrenia is a very hard disease to deal with, because the person normally don't think there's nothing wrong with their behavior, and of course they don't want to be treated. And because people come in and out of schizophrenia, they have days when they're fine, and then they have days when, they're really off kilter. That's just like bipolar disorder. And I've dealt with somebody that had bipolar. But people with bipolar, they can be sweet as pie. And then the next 10 minutes, they can be ready to cut your whole head off. they are extremely hard to deal with, especially if that person is in your family. It's very difficult to watch. So I do. I feel for Funky Dineva, and I do see why sometimes he has these really violent outbursts with people. And I always tell you guys, when you see somebody going off on people and cussing people out and stuff, just like that, it's something going on with that person. Something is going on with them. And then when you really get into people's lives and understand, because for some reason, y'all be thinking that YouTubers or, you know, YouTube personalities, people with bigger platforms don't have real lives. These real people. They have real struggles just like we did, just like we do. Hi, Merkaba 318. Okay, you had a long name. Merkaba 318 JS Divine Alchemy. When did I get monetized? I don't know. A couple of weeks ago, I guess. Like 3 weeks ago, I think. I'm not sure. But very recently. But don't get it twisted. It ain't all that it's chalked up to be. It ain't. Okay? Somebody on here lying, and it ain't gonna be me. So it ain't all that. The only thing that the monetization is making me do is not cuss. Because if you cuss, your video is automatically demonetized. So it has taught me to watch my words when I'm online. Because, I do. If they going to give me 23 cents, I'll take it. So no cursing. And I am going to, hey Phyllis, I am going to go into my settings and put in keywords that you will not even be able to drop into the chat. It's going to be some words. You may type it, but we ain't going to see it. Okay? Because it's a new sheriff in town. The algorithm. And I want my 23 cents. If they going to give it to me, I'm most definitely going to take it. I ain't going to turn it down. You give me 23 cents, I take it. It's going to add up eventually. Eventually, as my mama used to say. It'll add up. So, yeah. I do have ads on my videos. And if y'all could go back and watch some of them older videos and don't skip them ads, watch some of my older videos so I can get a little change off of some of them. So Merkaba said, give us some suggestions for depression and anxiety. My first suggestion would be to go to the doctor. Okay? My first suggestion is go to the doctor and get properly diagnosed. That's my first suggestion. My second suggestion would be go to therapy, and so you can have somebody that you can bounce these thoughts off of. My third thing is to stick with your medication. Something that even I won't do. But you do it. Okay? Don't do as I... No, don't do as I do. Do what I say. Because I hate taking medicine. Well, I hope they picking up some of these crazy people but the crazy's been gone for a minute, so maybe they did finally pick them up. So Merkaba said, besides that, I normally do keep crystals in my purse. Everywhere I go. Every purse that I have has a crystal in it. Just so I don't forget to move them from purse to purse. I normally have my favorite quartz crystal I usually wear around my neck. I usually have crystal bracelets on. This is one that I made. This is a moonstone. So I usually have something to ground me. I usually always have, when I go to the dentist or the doctor, if I'm having a procedure or whatever, I will have some crystals. And I have waist beads on, and my waist beads have quartz, rose quartz, clear quartz, and amethyst that I wear around my waist to I have never taken them off. The only time that they were removed was when I had surgery. And after the surgery, when I woke up, I was like, where are my beads? I put them right back on. So I wear things. I try my best to stay grounded when I feel, because I can feel my anxiety rising up, because my anxiety is similar to a panic attack. And when I feel it coming, I get my crystals, because I'm not about to allow that anxiety to rule, not ruin, but rule my life. I will not. But I am not depressed, and I don't have schizophrenia or bipolar disorder. I take all of those things very I mean, I take anxiety very serious. But anytime when you are literally out of your mind and you cannot control your body, I feel like you need to have someone help you do that. And my anxiety is not at that level where I feel out of control and, I'm screaming or whatever. So I always believe that you should have something. I have a few crystals that are very important to me that I really, really love. I took everything off except for these bracelets because I had took a nap. I love wearing amethyst, and I also love wearing clear quartz. That is a very good stone for me. You have to find out what stone is good for you. Sometimes I will put lavender or something in my purse, depending on what the situation is, and know that you're going somewhere that can trigger your anxiety or can trigger your depression or whatever. I don't like to go to funerals. Me and funerals and cemeteries and that type of thing do not get along. The last funeral I went to was my husband's cousin, and I really thought that I was going to be triggered. I thought my anxiety was, gonna go through the roof. And I had on crystal rings, bracelets, necklace. I was crystal down to the ground. Do you hear me? And I think did I wear all white to that funeral? I think I had on all white because that's how I keep myself grounded. Yeah, Essie changed her name. She trying to confuse us. Yeah, I have to. I was crystal down. Do you hear me? I was crystal down. I had crystals in my purse, bra, panties, ears. I was crystal down. I was not playing because I know that I can get triggered. And the crazy thing was, went to the funeral and the body wasn't there. She wasn't ready. But they had the funeral without her because they were supposed to have a funeral here and another funeral in Louisiana, and she wasn't ready. And I was like, thank you, Jesus, because I really didn't want to see her. I didn't want to see her anyway. So when the body wasn't ready, I was like, see, look at God, but God. And I was okay because there was nobody. So I didn't have to see her. But if you know that you have anxiety and you know that you have depression or whatever, and you're going to be in certain situations, then you got to do what you got to do to make yourself feel better. Right now, I'm staying away from crowds because, all of these mass killings, that kind of stuff, you can't help but think about it. Because that one here in Gilroy is like 3 hours away from me. That was close. And when a mass shooting happens in your area, that you start thinking, okay, shoot, that was too close. That was way too close. And then yeah, those things do come up. They can't help it. Cindy says she have her nerve pills. See, I don't like taking the last anxiety medication that my doctor gave me had a sleep component in it, and oh my God, I was so nauseous. So then they told me to cut the pill in half and try that. But see, then I'm triggered again because nausea triggers that weird thing in my brain about I'm about to throw up, and then I couldn't cut the pill in half because I was like, if I cut it in half, I'm gonna throw up. And throwing up is a trigger for me. I'm 55 years old, and when I throw up, I cry. I be boo-hooing, throwing up and crying like a baby because and I'm shaking. Me and vomiting don't get along. We never did. And some people can just go vomit like they wouldn't brush their teeth. They just throw up. Like my son. My son can just throw up like he ain't did nothing. How? How do you do it? I be in there crying and want to go to the hospital and falling out and stuff over throwing up. The last time I got really, really sick and I had to go to the hospital, and the doctor was in there talking to me, and I was like, oh, I got to throw up. I got to throw up. The doctor was like, all right then. And she just left. You a doctor. You're not even going to help me throw up. You're not even going to come in here and make sure I'm still alive. I can go in there and throw up and pass out. Nope. Go on, throw up then. Sick as a dog. Just crying and everything. My husband had went to go park the car, so he hadn't, he wasn't there. So I'm in there by myself, just throwing up and crying. I'm not a good throw upper. Throw up makes me, that triggers my anxiety for real. She just walked out. She was like, all right, then I'll come back when you finish throwing up. I got other patients. Well, I'm not going to sit here and hold your hand while you throw up. I'm not going to do it. This was the worst. I was a witness to a very bad car accident. Very bad. To the person, one of the people in the car was ejected. And I saw this man go through the windshield of the car and roll like a rag doll. So me and this other guy had stopped our cars because we were behind them. So we had stopped our cars there. So could nobody, pass because it was bad. It was a single car accident. I don't know what they were doing. I don't know if they were going too fast, but they came around and bumped this curb and it flipped their Jeep over. And that one of the young men was ejected from the car. So when the police, was interviewing me and stuff, I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna be sick, because it was so much. I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna be sick. Do you know that police was like, are you gonna be sick or not? Then I started, I started crying. I was straight boo-hooing. Do you hear me? That police officer was so rude. He was like, "Ma'am, are you gonna be sick or not? Do you need a paramedic?" I was boo-hooing. That man ain't had no damn sympathy. He had no sympathy for me. He was like, "If you're gonna be sick, so you can answer these questions. Okay? You're a witness. I need you to answer these. If you're gonna throw up, I need you to throw up so you can answer these questions. Because we need to know how this happened." Rude. Do you hear me? Rude. So yeah, I get, oh, and that made me so sick. Like I was so shook up from seeing that accident. I didn't know them people, but I was shook up. I was nervous. I had to literally call my boyfriend. I wasn't even that far from the house. I had to call my boyfriend to come get me because I didn't want to drive. I didn't want to drive by myself. I ended up driving, but I just wanted him. Just come here. No, that's not true. That's no, you're doing two different things. But I don't want to talk about that tonight. That's no. Your answer is no, and that's two totally different things. So no. But I'm not talking about no. I'm not talking about any Orishas. That's just that's not my thing right now. Yeah, it is a blessing and a curse because I feel sometimes entirely too much. Like I don't even have to be in the situation. I was just listening to a woman, I guess, who is a subscriber or something of A View is a View, and she lost her son today. And it sounds like she lost her son to some type of gun violence. And she made a video um, and posted it, on YouTube. I literally almost cried just listening to her, say that she had lost her son. I don't know her. I try my best, and it's so hard. Like I try my best to stay away from like those type of videos. Like I don't. If somebody posts, if they title be like "We broke up" or "I'm getting a divorce" or something, I don't watch them kind of videos. I don't watch them kind of videos. Oh my God, I was following this young lady. I don't know how I started following her, but I don't know how I started following this young. Oh, because she was pregnant and she was like heck young, and she was talking about like her pregnancy story. Because I guess when she got pregnant, her parents were upset or whatever, And I followed her through her entire pregnancy. And she got to the 8th month, and the baby died inside her belly. That almost took me out. I didn't even know this girl. I didn't even know her. She posted a video and was like, the baby passed away, and I have to and I still have to deliver the baby. And she posted a video after um after she delivered the baby, just thanking everybody and talking about the memory box and stuff that the hospital gave her. And she was talking about how beautiful the baby was. I mean, full term. 8 months. 8 months, the baby is basically full term. And he died. Perfect. 8 months, the baby can survive at 8 months. My son came at 8 months. I was born I was born at 7 months. I'm a 7 month baby. I was tiny, but I survived. So a baby can survive at 8 months, but her baby passed. He just stopped breathing. The cord wasn't wrapped around his neck or nothing. He just stopped breathing. And that messed me up. I'm like, you know what? I ain't watching no more videos like that. That just took me out. And then after that, she stopped making videos. She just stopped making videos. And then when I was following that young lady that had cancer that lived in England, oh my God. Even though we knew that this young lady was going to pass away, we knew because it had got to the point where the doctors, had said that, it's nothing else we can do at this point but make you comfortable. And when her wife came on and said that she had passed away, you would have swore I went to high school with this girl or something. So I try to stay away from that kind of stuff. I try to stay away from triggers. Stay away from that because it's too hard for me. I just, I don't know these people. You know what I mean? I don't know these folks. I don't know these people from Adam. But it's just too hard. Just too hard. Oh, your daughter lost her first child? Was it recently, Phyllis? Yeah. I feel everything. Everything. Because I really do be praying for these people. You know what I mean? Like when people ask me for prayer, I really pray for them. I really do. That's what's crazy to me with Teacup. I prayed for her husband. I prayed for him. And then she turned around and kicked me in the butt. She asked me for prayer, came to me in my inbox and asked me, "Will you pray for my husband? He's really sick." Of course I will. And when I pray for people, I be serious. That's one thing, I don't play with God. If you ask me to pray for you, I'm going to do that. And I really do be praying for people. Like, I'm not following no more kids with cancer. I can't do that either. The last child I followed that had cancer died. It seemed like every kid. It just seemed like it was happening back to back to back to the point where my husband was like, "Babe, stop following these kids." Because I would be so hurt. when they didn't make it, so hurt. Because I would be invested praying for these kids. And when they didn't make it, I would be hurt. Just like they was my child. So I can't do it. I'm just at a space, I'm just in a space right now where I can't be following no cancer people. I will pray for you, but I can't follow your story and then, you go to heaven on me. I just can't do it. Especially not no little kid. Because that last child that I followed, the little boy, I can't even think his name now. His family, they still do videos. But, it's just not the same because he gone. I followed that little boy's story and it was like, he was getting better. And I was like, yes, God. And then he would get sick again. Oh, Lord Jesus. Come on, Jesus. He got better. And then they put him in hospice. I knew that was it then. A while longer, he was gone. So I ain't following no kids because that's a trigger. That's a trigger for me. And I know it is. So I'm not about to put myself in that type of situation. I'm the same way when pets, my friend just had to put her little dog down because he was sick. I was like, oh Lord Jesus, if something happened to Gizmo, I done already lost. I done already lost one dog. Had to go to the hospital and have her had to sit there while the doctor put her down. I sat there with her the whole time. I was with her when she took her last breath. That I thought that was going to kill me because I had just lost my mother the month before. And then the next month, I had to put my dog down. And I really thought I wasn't going to make it. But I did. And that's how I got Gizmo, little butt. So, yeah, I try to stay away from things that I know are a trigger for me. Yeah, I try to keep my butt in a happy space. So I don't even watch those type of videos anymore. I can't do it. I can't. I if somebody asks me, to pray, of course, yes, I most definitely would pray for you. But I ain't trying to watch nobody else's story, and then at the end of that story, they gone. I can't do it. That ain't. That's not my. What time is it? Oh, it's only 9:27. That's not my thing. I can't do that. Oh, it's in 2016. Did she have another baby after? Has she had a child since then, Phyllis? How many? Damn, remote. Yeah, that took me out too, girl. It was so many people talking about that. Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. But you still don't want to lose a child. You still think about the child that you lost. Oh, okay. Because my mother, she lost a child. My sister passed away when she was 3 months old, I think. I think she was 3 months. She lost her to SIDS. So you don't forget, you know, you don't forget, um, you don't forget losing a child. You don't forget that. My mother never. I think that was part of the reason why she continued to drink is because of the death of my sister. because my dad passed away when my mom was pregnant, and so the baby was, my sister was born and she was healthy. That was the thing. She was born and she was healthy, and she just died of SIDS. My mother put her to bed, put her to sleep, and woke up and she was gone. And I really do believe that, that's just the reason why my mother could not stop drinking. Yeah, that kind of stuff will push you over the edge. It will, So I never had any, major ill will. Like, I never disrespected my mom about her drinking because, shit, shoot, I know if something like that had happened to me, how would I have responded? I may have responded the same way. Who knows? Who knows how you respond, losing a child. That's enough to push you over the edge. Over the edge to the point where you can't come back. No matter how many kids you have. You don't want to wake up and find your child dead. That is enough to push you over the edge. And I believe that that's what happened to her. And every now and then she would talk about it, but not like I wanted her to. Like, I really wanted her to get. I've always said that, my mom passed away. And I always said that I hope that she was reunited with that baby. Because she didn't get enough time with her. You know? Like, she really wanted her. Because she never had another girl. Like, it was me, my sister, and then she had 3 boys. So she never had another girl. And she wanted her. She wanted that baby. She wanted that girl. She always talked about how pretty she was and, all of that. She wanted that baby. So I really hope that when she got to heaven, I'm hoping that the ancestors, had my sister and gave her back to my mama. I hope that, that's what heaven is like. You know? Like, you get there, and if it's something that you really needed, you get that. Like, if something happened to you here, and, like, say for instance, you were in a car accident and your spouse was killed and you survived. When you get to heaven, I hope that person is waiting for you. Even if you don't remember nothing else, you remember that person and you can link back up with them, and then that's it. That's what heaven is for me. Even though I don't have no unresolved, I have, where I am now, I don't have any unresolved things here on earth. So if I was to pass away, like, the only thing I would want is for my ancestors to, to meet me. But I wouldn't, go looking for somebody. But people that have unresolved issues, I hope that they are able to resolve them. Like my adopted mother, my mom that adopted me, like, her husband passed away. She never remarried because she loved him. They buried with each other. Her casket is on top of his in the same plot. I hope that they, you know, got to see each other. I hope he was waiting for her when she got to heaven. Because she loved him. She never remarried or anything. That's love. Because she could have remarried. Because she was like my age when he passed away. So she could have remarried. It's not like you ain't never too old to get married. Shit, you get married at 100. If you in love, get married. You know what really pissed me off is I saw a video with Tana Mojo and one of them Paul brothers pretended like they got married. I want y'all to stop playing with marriage. Okay? Marriage is a sacred union between two people. I really wish these young folks would stop playing with marriage. Because it gives these younger kids, I can get married and get divorced the next day. We about to get a divorce. We got married Saturday, and then Tuesday he was with his ex-girlfriend. He went out to lunch with his ex-girlfriend. We just got married Saturday, and Tuesday he went out to lunch with his ex-girlfriend. I mean, God, dog, I hate that. I hate that these kids now don't take nothing serious. The only thing they thinking about is getting rich on YouTube and how many Instagram followers they have. That's the only thing that a lot of these kids are thinking about now. They don't want to go to school. They don't want to go to college. They don't want to work. They don't want to do nothing. What's going to happen when YouTube crash? What's going to happen when YouTube crash? Because we got a whole lot of kids that's making YouTube videos that dropped out of college. What they gonna do? Because I watch a young lady that's, I think she turned 18 or 19. She graduated from online school. She graduated from high school online. Skipped the whole college thing. Because she's got 4 million subscribers on YouTube. So she ain't going to college. She makes YouTube videos. She got sponsored. She got some good sponsors, though. Louis Vuitton, Vogue, Abercrombie, I think, or Hollister, one of those. She making some good money. But what's going to happen when YouTube crash? Because nothing in this world is forever. Nothing. Nothing is forever. So what's going to happen to all these YouTubers when YouTube crash? Because, see, I work for a job that I paid into Social Security. They pay me every day, every month to sit on my butt. You stay home and rest. What they paying into? You're not paying into Social Security with YouTube. Do they know anything about 401ks? Do they realize that one day they gonna get old? These young kids? No. All they worry about is buying a new car, renting a nice apartment in Los Angeles, because you know they all want to flood into LA. Like LA is the best place in the world to move. All the YouTubers want to move to LA and pay that high rent. I know the rent high in LA because the rent is high here in the Bay Area. So I can imagine what the rent is in LA for a 1 or 2 bedroom. It's got to be $4,000 in a nice area. Got to be. So how long is that money gonna last? When you driving a Mercedes and you going shopping every day, because you got to do these haul videos and you got to show people that you buying stuff. 30 more minutes. How long is that money gonna last? Because you know these kids don't know nothing about investments. They don't know anything about that. They don't know anything about their money making money for them. Once YouTube ends, what are they gonna do? So we got a whole bunch of 20 somethings that's been bypass college because they making money on YouTube. And for a 20-year-old, a couple of $1,000s a month, if you staying at home with your parents, if you like 14, 15 years old and you staying at home with your parents, if you can make a couple of $1,000 from YouTube, you think you done hit it big. But they don't realize how easy it is to spend $1,000 when you paying rent. When you paying rent and PG&E and water and garbage and cable and internet and cell phone, there go your couple of thousand right there. Plus, you gotta have the new iPhone. Shit, the iPhone what? $1,000? $1,500? Hmm? You gotta have that. You can't have no little broke up phone. Hey, Connie, you gotta have the newest iPhone because you want people to see you with the iPhone. You can't be walking around. Where my phone at? Yes, no. Did you take my phone? Oh, I'm on it. You can't be walking around with this. They're gonna be like, what kind of phone is that? Oh, it's a Samsung. What? Oh, you must be poor. You don't have an iPhone. Because we don't teach stuff in schools anymore. They don't teach how to manage money. I remember we had home economics. We had to learn how to balance a checkbook and all that kind of stuff. They don't teach that, but ain't nobody writing checks now anyway. But still, they need to teach you that if you ain't got no money in your account, don't put your ATM in that little machine. Keep up with how much money you taking out of the ATM every time you go someplace, because that stuff adds up. $20 at 7-Eleven, $40 at Chick-fil-A. That adds up. You be like, where all my money go? All in places that you've been shopping in. That's where your money at. Girl, I wish I would pay $1,000 for an iPhone. I wish I would. My phone costs $100. Probably a little over $100 or $100. Yeah, I did too. I had home ec in junior high. And then in high school, we took like business and accounting and all of that kind of stuff. They don't teach that stuff now. These kids don't know nothing about money management. They don't know how to manage their money. They don't. They don't understand that. And then a lot of them want to move to LA, get away from their mom and daddy. I got the money to move to LA, like that little young girl. Her parents here in the Bay Area, and she done moved all the way to LA to do YouTube by herself. I wish I would let my teenager move 6 hours away from me. I don't care what YouTube you doing. You gonna do it right here in this house. Or we all going to LA. You ain't going to LA by yourself. Not if you got the same last name as me. You go to LA when you get grown. You ain't grown yet. You're not grown at 17. 17 is not old enough to be out on your own taking care of yourself. Because every time something happened, every time she needs something, who she call? Mom and daddy. Her daddy down there right now. Because if every time something comes up and you need something and you call us, you're not ready to be down there by yourself. 16, 17 years old is not mature enough to be 6 hours away from your parent with no parental guidance. You're not ready. Yeah, all of that kind of stuff. W-4s, W-2s, all of that kind of stuff. Well, we had a business something class when I was in high school. We had like a business in accounting, and I thought I was interested in that, so I had took that class. Yeah, they had a whole they the this pretend wedding was filmed by MTV. So MTV was there filming it. They did like a little series. It was on MTV because the guy is, well, they're both YouTubers. This guy is the brother of the one that did that thing in the suicide forest. This his brother that married Tana. Well, it wasn't no marriage. I really don't believe that it was a fake marriage. I don't think that it was legally binding. But look at little Charles Gross. I used to watch Charles. Charles used to be funny to me. And I used to enjoy watching his channel until he started acting crazy. Charles just bust up one day and got married. But he got married for real, for real. Went to the courthouse in New York, signed the papers and everything. And I knew this wasn't going to work when the boy that Charles married went home. And Charles went home. Y'all married and didn't go to the same house? I knew that was weird. But New York has a law that you do not get an annulment. You have to get a divorce. They were married and filed for a divorce right after. Because they don't have an annulment. They don't have the annulment like they do here in California. They didn't, neither Charles or the person that he married understood that. You know why? Because they were mentally immature. Immature. So now they getting a divorce. This crystal look like it's broke. I don't know where I got this little chip from. Because I usually don't buy crystals like this. This is so tiny. I guess it's not. know, honey. These kids, I don't know. I don't know about these. This is an interesting generation. We're older people looking at the kids now, and I'm pretty sure all generations look. Thank you, Essie. I'm pretty sure all older generations look back at the younger kids and be like, it's something wrong with them. But not these kids though. These kids have too much technology. Is too much money on the table for these kids. And it's literally driving them crazy. We may have done things when we were young, but it wasn't this type of money like some of these kids are making now. With the startup businesses, the tech industry, if you can get in the tech industry, working for people like Google and Facebook and Instagram and all those companies, them kids making some good money. The money wasn't like that in the 80s and 90s. This a new breed of kids or young people. So it's gonna be interesting because for every generation, like my generation, we still had the naval bases here. We was making good money, working for the government. That stuff dry up. Companies eventually dry up. So we're going to have a whole lot of unemployed, broke, no skill having young people real soon. Because YouTube ain't going to last for these type of platforms. They don't last forever. It's not going to go on forever. Because YouTube is already losing money. You can tell they losing money by the way they paying, people. People not making the money on YouTube that they used to. And a lot of them are trying to figure out other ways, to get paid on other streaming platforms. I was watching this video of this man that had like 3 million subscribers. He did like cat videos, like voiceovers for his cats, and his videos used to rake in millions of views, but the algorithm then kicked him out of circulation and he ain't getting a whole lot of views. You ain't getting no views, you ain't getting no money. So he was like, I gotta find something else to do because I can't afford to feed my family off of YouTube. The algorithm didn't mess me up. And see, that ain't that. I don't have that because I would never get no money. So hopefully they, fix the algorithm and fix the way things work out because the way it is now, it's like smaller YouTubers, we ain't making nothing. We truly at the bottom of the barrel. The bottom. That's why be so many people on here fighting. Because they trying to get views. Because I used to wonder, like, is it really that serious? But some people don't have no talent. So they would rather fight, you know? That's all they got. Because drama does bring a lot of people to um your videos. People like drama, which is sad, but they do. Drama brings people to your videos. People will watch drama. It is. It's draining to me. I can't sit up and watch that every day, so I can't participate in it. Plus I get mad for real. For real, for real. And I'm not about to put myself in a position to be getting mad at people that I don't know. I don't know these people. I don't know these people from a can of paint. So I'm not about to let these people wear me out. Child, you done missed a lot. You gonna have to watch the replay, Christopher. You missed. You done missed everything because we about to go. I'm about to hang up, child. I'm about to call my husband and see where he at. And congratulations to my son. I'm not sure if he watches this video. I don't know if he watches me or not. But he got his Class C commercial driver's license. He is officially a bus driver. So, congratulations to him. I am extremely proud of him. He wanted to do that, and his license came in the mail today. He was so excited. I'm so happy for him. When I get off of here, that's what I'm going to do. My son told me to download there's an app that can help you study for the driver's test. Okay, because my niece didn't beat me. She got her license and she's about to get a car. My 16-year-old niece. So my nephew is 15 and I'm trying to beat him. Because if I don't beat him, if I don't have my license by the time my nephew get his license, I'm never, ever going to hear the end of that. Because he done already got taller than me. That was the thing. I've been teasing him and he been, trying to get taller than me since he was like about 8 years old. And he did it last year, I think. So I don't need you to be taller than me and have a driver's license, okay? Because I don't. I don't want to be the only person in, well, I still got some. The grandkids ain't got no, they don't have a license. I'm still beating them. But I don't know. I got to get my license back. I must. Plus, at first I wasn't even really tripping off of not having my license, but now I am. I want to drive. I'm starting to get bored at home. Um, when my husband's not here, like if I want to go to 7-Eleven or whatever, I could just go outside. I'm going to, as a matter of fact, I'm going to get off of here right now and download that app on my phone and start studying for the driving test. And I'm going to keep going because my son said that there are practice tests on there and stuff. And I'm going to surprise my husband and be like, take me, I'm ready to take the test because I got to take the written and the driver's test because it's been so long. My license has been expired for a long time. So that's it. She said, you gonna forget about us and we won't see you. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna forget about y'all. I'm still gonna do YouTube. But then I can do it more because I can be like, we at the dollar store. Y'all, we out here. We can have more videos outside and at the beach and all kind of stuff. We won't just be sitting here, in the house, sweating and hot because it's still hot, okay? It's still warm. I think it's going to be hot all weekend. I think it's supposed to just gradually get hotter this weekend, which I don't want to deal with. I'm going to be in the streets. You hear me? I'm going to be everywhere. Okay, y'all. I'm finna go. Gizmo? Gizmo, you want to say goodbye? As a matter of fact, I'm about to go wash his feet because Gizmo, I slacked up on him for a week and his eczema then came back and his feet look a mess. Horrible. So I'm about to wash his feet. He don't know it, but that's what we finna do. About to wash his feet and put his lotion on and study. I love you guys. Hopefully tomorrow I will do a plant video. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to leave while y'all was gone. So I love you guys. Y'all still here? I love you guys. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. We'll do plant stuff tomorrow. Love you. Bye. Go, y'all. Why y'all still here?